Hello and welcome to climbingarborist.com. My name is Dan Holliday, and in this quick little video I just want to show safe retrieval of a friction saver. I'm actually going to show you 4 methods of safe retrieval, and in a couple of those methods I'll actually give you a couple of variations also. So if you don't want your friction saver smashing onto the concrete and damaging it, and you don't want to spend an extra hour and a half at the end of an exhausting day fishing out your stuck friction saver, then watch this and you'll never have to do that again.
Hello.
So this first technique is my favorite technique of all, and that requires a line, so a throw line, a secondary rope, or a small bit of accessory rope as your retrieval line. You can connect it onto any friction saver. So the first one was a Petzl eject. This one is just a ring and ring friction saver. In this video I'm just, rather than clipping it on with a carabiner, I'm tying a clove hitch. If you don't have a carabiner, backing it up with a couple of half hitches. And then here I'm using a 6mm accessory line, which is a little better for not getting snagged like the throw line would, and I'm just clipping that to the small ring side. Before you come down and you know it's like your final descent, you can get a throw line sent up. You can get another climbing line sent up and attach it to your whatever friction saver you're using. I had this one sent up to me when I was in the canopy. I clipped it to the Petzl eject. So I put the retrieval ball on the line. I just need to pull the line down. So the throw line is connected to the Petzl eject, like I said. Throw ball has triggered the eject, and this goes for any bit of hardware that you're using as a friction saver. You know, you don't really want it smashing to the ground. So safe retrieval, if you get in a habit of setting a line, setting a throw line, setting anything, once you're in a habit of it and do it every single time, then it doesn't really take any extra effort, and it means that safe retrieval, if your cambium saver were to get snagged on something in the canopy as well, you can use the throw line to pull it back up again. There are actually a few benefits to this, so once you get in a habit of it and do that every time, saves your friction saver, saves it getting snagged. This is the next method when you've forgotten or you haven't installed a retrieval line and you're on a moving rope system, so your rope is, both legs of line are traveling the same way. So what I'm going to do is throw the throw line up through a fork somewhere up there, as long as it travels back down the same route as this rope, and then I'll show you how that helps retrieve it safely. So I've thrown the line up, but if you see, it's actually coming through this fork, whereas the line's going through that fork, so I need to pull that back up through and drop it over the other side. Right, so retrieval ball on the termination eye, and then clip the throw ball onto the tail end of the rope. Pull the throw ball up as high as close as you can to the top, really, because the closer it is to the top, the sooner it's going to catch the friction saver. And then just pull the tail as normal. So it'll trigger the friction saver, and then now it's caught on the throw line. But if it got stuck in that union there, and the throw line is higher than the branch union, you can actually use the throw line to pull it back up and out of the union, and then control. So yeah, another nice simple way, even if you haven't set a retrieval line up top when you're in the canopy, just throwing the throw line in, like anywhere, as long as the throw ball comes back down, you can manipulate it back down the same path than your climbing rope, then it will catch. This is a simple method that most people will get taught at first when they use a ring and ring friction saver, and it does work, but the only thing is things can get tangled because you have a lot of throw line in the tree. You'll end up with 4 legs of throw line, and there's not really much chance of being able to pull it back up again. So you see the ball retrieves a friction saver, and once the friction saver goes through the union, you end up with 4 legs of throw line, which means if it's a straight shot down to the ground, then yes, it can be a safe retrieval, although if you're in a tall tree, you'll need a very long throw line to be controlled all the way down. If there's a lot of unions and shoots and things in the tree, there's a good chance it might get stuck, and then it's very, very hard to pull back up and to get untangled. So if you've come down a way and you're about to get out of the tree, and then you just remembered you want to do a soft retrieval but you don't want to go back up, you can just find a limb that's high enough so the friction saver won't hit the ground if you do this method first. So pass the tail of your rope over like a lower limb or a stem or something, so I'm just going to put it into that union there. So take your tail of your line and put it above your friction hitch on that side of the rope. There you go. So just tie a bowline, and basically that loop there is going to catch your friction saver. You'll descend down, grab your retrieval ball, okay, so now tighten up the tail part as high as you can get it over whatever low limb you've gone over. So you see that's from here, that's only like 15 feet, and there's a chance that the friction saver, because it's got a clear path down, it could come all the way down and hit the ground before that catches. So what we'll have to do is keep pulling even once it's retrieved to try and pull it through. Okay, so we're going up, going for retrieval. Hopefully it comes out fine. There we go. And luckily it's caught. So now if you pull the termination eye with the friction saver on, and then pull that back down to yourself. There you go, that's off. Take out that bowline that you tied. If you want to be really smart and safe, take out the stopper knot to make sure it doesn't get stuck in the fork. And there we go. And if you get to the point where you go all the way to the ground and you hadn't remembered even to do that last rope trick over the low branch, then get down, grab your throw line, and you can just put your throw line over a low branch instead. Or I mean, I would always recommend putting your throw line high into the canopy to control it from higher up, and then you can obviously pull it back up if it gets stuck. But if you're not confident in your throw line abilities and you just want to get it over a low limb to catch it from hitting the concrete, then use that same technique as I showed you with the rope over a low branch, but use the throw line over a low branch. Simple as that. I hope you found that video useful. If you did, please share it with a friend that also might find it useful. If you're new to the channel, then please subscribe, and if you want to see some more videos of some really cool techniques, then check out these 2 videos. And as always, thank you so much for watching. See you on the next video.